Canelo Alvarez will next face CANELO-PLANT for all the belts undisputed. However, some people are confused as to what network is responsible for this fight. So leave it to this video to determine that and help you guys out. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel. Throw a like on the video. It goes a long way when you guys throw a thumb up on the video, and it encourages others who are looking for the same content. I cover all things boxing, some UFC. I am the greatest, and I give you the latest and greatest. So throw a like on the video, and it helps other people when they're looking for the same content stumble on it. Now, Canelo Alvarez announced that he is fighting CANELO-PLANT. I told you days ago this was the next fight. I talked to some people, my sources, and they said it was happening. You guys can check those old videos. Canelo made it official. It says on the road to undisputed, Canelo November 6th, Las Vegas plant. However, it looks like Canelo had his own graphic designer. It has not been confirmed by CANELO-PLANT nor PBC. They like to announce the fights in their own way, professional. But since the cat was out the bag, ESPN, if you guys look, ESPN went on record and said that terms were agreed and this is next. Some people still don't believe it, but it looks like, for all intents and purposes, it looks like the fight's gonna happen next. Now, just a quick backstory of why I'm making this video. Because one, it's a great fight, undisputed, all the belts. Canelo has a legacy fight because there's never been a Mexican fighter in the super middleweight division to become undisputed. So he has a hell of an opportunity, as well as CANELO-PLANT. You're facing a name such as Canelo, etc., right? And you see, at least ESPN, they reported the undisputed super middleweight fight will be presented by PBC with Canelo Promotions. So backstory, the reason why I have to make this video, unfortunately, is because there are people that are not in the loop and don't know what's going on with boxing. You look at Canelo's last several fights. Since Canelo has been fighting off of HBO, he's been fighting with DAZN platform. And this is, stay tuned, follow me. And this is why it's important and pertinent to listen up, because I have to set the record straight. So let me get to his, oh, there we go. His first fight on DAZN after HBO got out of the boxing business, his first fight on the network was after Golovkin 2. And this was Rocky Fielding, December of 2018. At the point, Canelo had a fight schedule and contract with DAZN that he later sued Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and included DAZN to get out of. So his last fight, Rocky Fielding, Jacobs, Kovalev, Callum Smith, Avni Yildirim, and Billy Joe Saunders. So his last 5 fights have been on the DAZN platform. Now, pay attention. This CANELO-PLANT fight has nothing to do with DAZN. So with what's being put out there, and I tell you, I'm the people's champ. I'm the one with the best accurate information in the world of boxing. I made some of your favorite channels want to even do this. I'm your favorite channel's favorite channel, believe that. And I don't like what I'm seeing from boxing fans. There's people out of the know and don't know what's going on. And what they're doing is they're giving credit where credit is not due. And there's some people who are confused, so leave it to this video to clear the air. So for starters, Eddie Hearn posted this, time to make history. And he's retweeting undisputed CANELO-PLANT Canelo's post, right? And it's completely ambiguous. And seeing how Canelo's last 5 fights were on DAZN platform, one would believe that DAZN got this done, but that's not the case. Then you see Rematch Room Boxing liked it, and it just says time to make history with the Mexico flag. So there are people in the comments section of this very post. You guys can go look and peruse through those comments, and they're giving Eddie Hearn credit for making the fight, when in fact it was CANELO-PLANT, his promoter and his promotion, Premier Boxing Champs, Al Haymond's Premier Boxing Champs, along with Canelo's manager, Eddie Reynoso, that really got this deal done. Not Eddie Hearn, not DAZN. And you see my tweet. Now DAZN, their page, they posted this, and people are confused in the comments section, thinking this undisputed Canelo versus Plant fight is going to be on the DAZN app, when in reality it's not. shaking my head, hashtag sad, hashtag clout chasing. So we got to let the record show and give credit where credit's due. DAZN Boxing, the app, does not have this fight. They did not secure the rights to this fight, right? This is a Premier Boxing Champs, PBC, and Canelo Promotions endeavor. So all they put was Canelo Alvarez announces that he will fight CANELOPLANT November 6th for the undisputed super middleweight championship fight. And then they have a link. It said Canelo to fight Plant November 6th. The problem I have with this is highly confusing and is, in my opinion, intentionally ambiguous. And people are now under the false pretense or the guise that DAZN will be hosting this fight. Rightfully so. If you're a casual, you don't know what's going on. You just see Canelo, a star that you want to see, and he has this good fight with the PBC fighter. And after Canelo's last 5 fights were on DAZN, one would believe that. So I think information, you got to be careful on this internet, because information sometimes will lead you into a blind corner. And I believe this was, from me as a boxing fan, I think this is irresponsible that we not illustrate as much information that as is available. Because again, you go to the comment section and people are like, oh, look, they giving credit to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn does it again. What a man. And then somebody in the comment section said, hey, the fight's not on DAZN. He's not involved. PBC pay-per-view with Al Haymon. You see what I'm saying? But the naivete of boxing fans, especially if you're a casual, and you see a post that just says Canelo about to fight, and these last 5 fights have been on the platform, it's a bit misleading. And I can't allow that on my watch, because there's people who may be getting a recurring fee from DAZN because they believe the fight is going to be on DAZN, and it's not. So we got to illustrate that. Someone says, what about Triple G? When is he next fighting? Right? And you look through the comment. Is it going to be on the DAZN app? So again, there's a confusion. Henceforth, me being a voice and a fixture and a permanent fixture in boxing, I got to set the record straight, because I feel there's a lot of people that are being misled and misguided with such a vague, ambiguous post. Like this guy, he's a boxing fan. Maybe he wants to check for Canelo at CANELOPLANT. He thinks it's going to be on DAZN, right? And to me, this is wrong. And you just look through the comments and you'll see that people are getting hyped because Eddie Hearn's posting about it in DAZN, and they thinking the fight's going to be on there, and you in for a big surprise because it's not. So look, Canelo confirms CANELOPLANT fight, blah, blah, blah. ESPN first reported it. And look, so the Canelo graphic doesn't show the PBC logo or anything. So people are really believing it. Look, first undisputed fight, blah, blah, blah. I'm just scanning. Negotiations seem dead. Nothing about Premier Boxing Champs. So it says ESPN come to terms for the November fight. Then Alvarez took on the blah, blah, blah. And then they posted what he said. So in the first 3 paragraphs, it is not made clear that this is on DAZN News, right? And again, I think this is purposeful in nature, misleading the public, because nothing about this shows you where the fight is. And this is clearly not your fight, but it appears, so whoever Mark wrote this, right? It appears that the fight would be on DAZN, because you see it on DAZN's website. Eddie Hearn has posted about it in that ambiguous post saying, oh yeah, time for Undisputed. And then DAZN's posting about it. They're writing articles about it, but nowhere does it mention where the fight is. And I think that was on purpose. So that's why I'm making this video, right? So Canelo didn't say nothing about PBC. So people are confused, right? Although a venue has yet to be named, look, still not telling you where it's at. Prior to defeating blah, 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 nothing about Premier Boxing Champs. And then it says, I'm coming, my friend. The original plan was for, like, the whole, like, that's foul to me, bro. The whole article doesn't tell you the basis of what this is. Shout out to ESPN. They at least told you that the fight was going to be, it says presented by PBC. So if you go to the ESPN article, it lets you know that. But I think DAZN is purposefully misleading fans because they didn't get the fight and they're not going to tell otherwise, right? You just see these posts. It says, read more on Instagram. Canelo announces that he's going to fight CANELO-PLANT on November 6th, undisputed. What are we doing here? Read our Instagram story. So you're not going to make mention of where this is at, right? Look, told you. That's why I have to make this video. This is a whole different social media. And this person says, is the fight going to be on DAZN? People are confused. And I think this was intentionally left to be confusing, right? Canelo is fighting on Fox, Premier Boxing Champs. Shout out to Jose. He's in the know. And it's on pay-per-view, right? Etc. And I'm not shouting out because he's promoting illegal stuff. So I take that shout out back. The other thing is, you look at Manny Pacquiao Ugas, another PBC great fight this weekend, Sky Sports. Manny Pacquiao's world title fight against Ugas will be shown on Sky Sports. Now, this is not confirmed, but if I had to speculate, the Canelo fight will be on Sky Sports as well. So Eddie Hearn left Sky Sports and they came out with DAZN UK, and a lot of the UK fans got hyped thinking that they could just get rid of Sky Sports. But to watch Pacquiao Ugas, which is a great PBC fight this weekend, you know, substitute for Errol Spence, you got to have Sky Sports still, right? And again, this is not confirmed, but I do believe the Canelo fight would be, when Canelo fights Plant, I believe it'll be made available in the UK on that same platform, Sky Sports. So a lot of people thought they could just abandon Sky Sports and go straight and just get DAZN UK, but that's not true. And I like I said, I don't like when my people in boxing are being taken advantage of and misled or led astray or bamboozled. So I'm always going to step up. So since Canelo's graphic didn't show anything to do with PBC, that's why you got to wait for PBC to do the formal post. He doesn't mention it anywhere here. And then on top of that, you have DAZN clout chasing and just talking about the fight, but purposefully, in my opinion, leaving out the notion that it's on PBC. How you give ESPN credit, but nowhere in this does it mention that this is a Fox fight, that this is a Premier Boxing Champs Al Haymon fight. You see what old media does? They even link to the ESPN article. But guess what? ESPN, they mentioned it several times. It said the fight will be presented by PBC and Canelo Promotions. So I personally believe that that's information that the fans should know. It's going to be a pay-per-view. The deal starts with PBC founder. So look, ESPN, they did their part. They're actually giving credit, right? They're giving credit to where it's due. People are unknowingly giving Eddie Hearn and DAZN credit, and it's not even their fight, right? And this is crazy. So like I said, since no one else is going to make it clear, hopefully this video reaches you guys and I can make it clear. It says Benavidez is aligned with PBC, and I told you this is going to be a hurtful thing. So I think DAZN, they're doing wrong because they know this fight is going to be on PBC and Fox, and they're purposely misleading, knowing that Canelo's last 5 fights, as I showed in this video, were on their platform, and they're not distinguishing that. You know what I mean? They're not distinguishing that and disclosing that to be almost, like I said, intentionally vague. It's a great fight. If you're a boxing fan, you should be happy. Canelo has a chance at history, but PBC did a great thing with Canelo Promotions. Bring on the fight. I had to set that clear because, again, people were giving credit to people that aren't in charge of why this fight is happening. So I'm definitely a stickler for that and the truth. Let me know who wins the fight, and let me know what you guys think of DAZN not disclosing that this is no longer their fight and Canelo's leaving. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working.